Dashes, a la Shmoop. Robert is a dashing young man. With his romantic and adventurous nature, there's nothing he loves so much as sweeping the ladies off their feet with his amazing grammar. And which punctuation mark does dashing Robert like to deploy in his quest for love? Why, the dash, of course. A dash is a dramatic kind of punctuation mark, while a colon may go unnoticed in the middle of a sentence because it does nothing more than serve as a setup to additional information, and frankly a lot of jokes in the grammar community. A dash signals that something exciting is about to happen. It tells us to buckle our seatbelts because the ride is about to get all kinds of bumpy. For example, let's say dashing Robert is discussing his vacation plans with a lady friend. He tells her, "I have a destination in mind, my Aunt Merle's lake house." Well, Robert would use the colon because, well, let's be honest, Aunt Merle's lake house is totally bleh and not worthy of a dash. However, if Robert has somewhere more exotic and exciting planned for his vacation, he'd say, "I have a destination in mind, a cruise around the Med on my luxurious yacht." A cruise around the Med? Oh, how dashing. Or what if Robert is telling one of his conquests what he likes for dinner? "Well, I eat the same thing every Thursday night, macaroni and cheese with a sliced up hot dog weenie thing inside of it." Yeah. Sorry, Bob, but Kraft out of a box only merits a colon. However, if Robert says instead, "I eat the same thing every Thursday night, the 9-course tasting menu from the French Laundry," well, $500 dinners from Michelin-starred restaurants deserve a dash. Now that we've talked a little about how dashes are full of drama, let's talk about the different types of dashes. First comes the M dash, which is long, and then the N dash, which is short. In most sentences, like our examples involving Robert, we use the longer M dash, which can be inserted into a sentence in one of two ways. Either from the special character menu in Word, or by typing 2 hyphens next to one another. The hyphen key is in between the 0 key and the equal sign key at the top of the keyboard, this thing right here. Whatever happens, don't screw up and accidentally put a hyphen in place of a dash. Hyphens are used to split or join words, not to signal to the reader that there's impending awesomeness ahead. As for the N, or short dash, its only use is to indicate a range of inclusive numbers. For example, if dashing Robert were to email one of his girlfriends with a message that includes the dates he's going to be in Paris, he'd bust out the N dash. If Robert wants to let another lady friend know when to meet for their weekly tango lesson, he'd send her a note like this one. "We will dance every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. from January 1st, N dash, January 29th. Essentially, the N dash is taking the place of the word to in this example. One final note about dashes, be they of the M or N variety. We can put a space on either side of a dash so that our sentence would read, "Dashing Robert gave girlfriend number 3 a very special present for her birthday, space, M dash, space, a pug puppy." Or we can leave out those spaces so that we end up with, "Dashing Robert gave girlfriend number 3 a very special present for her birthday, M dash, a pug puppy." We can use spaces on either side of a dash, or not. It's a stylistic decision on the author's part. Just be sure to keep it consistent. And now dashing Robert must away. He has so much to do, and so many more hearts to steal. Oh, Robert. Subscribe to check out more equally fantabulous videos. You should see the subscribe button just below this one. If you're having trouble locating it, we recommend you watch our video, How to Find the Subscribe Button.